Even though the dancing's done, don't worry, 'cause the night is young. Who cares where we go? We're ready for the afterglow. Someone hold the sunlight back, 'cause we want this night to last. Smoke and lasers, love and ravers, afterglow. We're ready for the afterglow. Lights and action, strong attraction, afterglow. Ready for the afterglow. Afterglow. Ready for the afterglow. Afterglow. Ready for the afterglow. Even though the dancing's done, don't worry, 'cause the night is young. Who cares where we go? We're ready for the afterglow. Someone hold the sunlight back, 'cause we want this night to last. Smoke and lasers, love and ravers, afterglow. Ready for the afterglow. Lights and action, strong attraction, afterglow. Ready for the afterglow. We're ready for the afterglow. We're ready for the afterglow. Ready for the afterglow. Afterglow. Ready for the afterglow.
That's so bad.
I belong to no one like the watermelon, rolling with momentum, spitting out its seeds, buried under snow and waiting just to show us how it grows and knows how yummy it will be. I belong to no one, a song without an album, long forgotten maxim, spoken to the sea. I belong with no one, I belong with no one, I belong with no one, you belong with me. When I was a boy, I wished that I was older, wished that I was taller, tall enough to see the things I see today. Now I wish they'd go away. How they led me far astray, straight from what I need. Need a little help, that's put in my place, peace put in my way. Hope I never have to slow again. Tumble, tumble down, as I take the ground, make a mighty sound, knowing I found a way. Away, away, away to always belong. Love, love, won't be long until I am gone. Away, away. between my knees. I belong to no one. I am a minimum, rolling into bigger sums, adding them to me. Needle in the hay, that's in my place, peaceful in my way. Hope I never have to sow again. Tumble, tumble down, as I shake the ground, make the mighty sound, knowing I found a way, a way to always belong. Love, love, won't be long until I am gone. A way to always belong. Love, love, won't be long until I am gone.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise to greet the bride? We are here to celebrate. As families and as a community of friends, we are gathered here to witness the marriage of Andrew and Minja and to share in the joy of their mutual love. Today is very much like any other wedding day, but it is also like no other wedding ever known before, because today it is Minja and Andrew's day. To this moment, they bring the dreams that bind them together. They bring particular personality and spirit that is uniquely their own, and out of which will grow the reality of their life together. As family and as friends, we rejoice in this outward symbol of their inner union, a union created by friendship, by respect, and by love. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this opportunity to welcome you all and to introduce myself to you. My name is Jeremy Citron, and I'm both delighted and honored to have been invited by Minja and Andrew to help them celebrate this very special and magical time in their lives with all of you here today. And so on their behalf especially, and no pun intended, a very warm welcome to one and all. I have a question for you both. Please don't say anything. Minja and Andrew, by your presence here today, you express your willingness to enter into marriage with one another. If either of you or anyone here knows of any lawful reason why you should not be married, would you please declare it to me now? No? Thank you. For Minja and Andrew, this is a very special moment in the development of their relationship. Through their love for one another, their lives have become richer and fuller, and they are both made stronger. Having found one another and having established their relationship, they have come here today to give it special significance by celebrating it here with you, their families, and their friends. Andrew, Minja, love is something beyond the warmth and glow, the excitement and romance of being deeply in love. It is caring as much about the welfare and the happiness of your marriage partner as about your own. Real love, however, is not total absorption into each other. Rather, it is standing together, looking outwards in the same direction. For in this way, love makes burdens lighter because you divide them, and it makes joys more intense because you share them. May you two trust each other, trust life, and be unafraid. May you love one another, and may you offer your love and your support to all those around you. The decision to marry, made in the context of human uncertainty, requires tremendous trust. Trust in yourselves as individuals, trust in the strength of your relationship, and trust that you will be able in your marriage to deal with whatever the future may hold. With that in mind, I have a question for you both, which you have to answer. Andrew, do you take this woman to be your wedded wife? And do you promise before this company that you will love her, comfort her, honor and keep her in sickness and in health, and that forsaking all others for her alone, will you perform unto her all of the duties and respect that a husband owes his wife until death shall separate you? If so, will you please answer saying, I do.
I do.
Who knew he had such a deep voice? Minja, do you take this man to be your husband? Do you promise before this company that you will love him, comfort him, honor and keep him in sickness and in health, and that forsaking all others for him alone, will you perform unto him all of the duties and respect that a wife owes her husband until death shall separate you? If so, will you too please answer saying,
I do.
Would the parents of the bride and groom please rise? This occasion is a very special one for you. For as their parents, you have brought these children into the world and nurtured them to adulthood. Today you are witnessing another stage in the lives of your son and your daughter. Your continuing support as loving parents will be needed as Andrew and Minja unite in marriage and set about the task of building a home of their own. And so I ask you, Will you encourage and support this marriage with your love and your concern? If so, will you please answer saying, yes, we will. Yes, we will. Thank you all very much. Please be seated. I'd like to share with you these few brief words from the pen of Rupi Kaur. I do not want to have you to fill the empty parts of me. I want to be full of my own. I want to be so complete I could light a whole city. And then I want to have you, because the two of us combined could set it on fire. I should now like to call upon the groom to share his own very... No, the bride's going first. I'd like to call upon Minja to share her own very personal vows with her groom.
Andrew, I take you to be my husband. I promise to try to be patient with you always, to love you without reservations, to support you and inspire you, to be open and honest with you, to respect and honor you for all the days of my life. I promise to give you the best of myself and continue to grow alongside you in life and in love. I choose you today. I'll choose you tomorrow and every day forward because we share a beautiful love.
Minja, I take you to be my wife. I vow to always be present with you, to create meaningful memories, never wasting a moment. I promise to be honest to you and to myself. I will be entirely open, always trusting in your love for me. I will challenge you to become greater than you already are. I will support you relentlessly without question. I will be there to catch you when you falter and to celebrate you when you succeed. Finally, I vow to love and respect you. I vow to love and respect you as you are and as you will be for as long as my heart beats and there is breath in my body.
Minja and Andrew, may these rings which you give and receive this day be a symbol of true faith in each other and always remind each of you of the love you share, especially on this your wedding day.
With this ring, I join my life with yours. Minja, you have my heart. This moment and always.
With this ring, I join my life with yours. Andrew, you have my heart. This moment and always.
That one's not coming off.
Having chosen each other in love and in freedom, having declared their promises before this gathering of family and friends, and having each made their pledge to the other, it is with the greatest of pleasure that I say Andrew and Minja are now husband and wife. You may kiss your bride. I think they really like that. Do it again. Minja and Andrew, may your marriage enrich your lives. May you work together to build a relationship of substance and of quality. And may the honesty of your communication build a foundation of understanding, of connection, and of trust. May you respect each other's individual personality and philosophy, giving each other room to grow while fulfilling each other's dreams. And may your sense of humor and your playful spirit always continue to enliven your relationship. May you understand that neither of you is perfect, Andrew. You are both subject to human frailties, and may your love strengthen when you fall short of each other's expectations. But above all, Minja and Andrew, may you be best friends, better together than either of you are apart. And in this way, may your life together bring you both fulfillment and much, much happiness. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point I'm going to invite the bride and groom to step over to the signing table where you will see a box. Inside this box is a very nice bottle of wine that Andrew and Minja have bought especially for this occasion. On top of the box are 2 envelopes in which are letters that they have written to each other on this special day. I'm now going to invite Andrew and Minja to place those letters inside the box and then seal it. And before all of you here today, they're going to make a commitment that on their first anniversary, they will open the box. They will read the letters to each other, and then they will toast one another, maybe even finish off the bottle, and then they'll do it again and again every year or every significant anniversary. However, my only advice to you both is, if you're going through a rough patch, drink the wine first, then read the letters, so much better. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite you all to remain seated for just a few moments longer as I invite the bride and groom and their 2 sisters, Vivian and Tanya, to join us in signing the marriage register. And in just a moment or two's time, you'll have another chance to greet Andrew and Minja, but as Canada's newest newlywed couple. Now it's my great pleasure and my privilege to be the very first person to present to you Mr. and Mrs. Andrew and Minja. Family, let us congratulate them.
And just punch the clock. These days my life I feel it has no purpose. But late at night the feelers swim to the surface. 'Cause on the surface the city lights shine.
those of you who might not know me, my name is Nikki. I have the great honor of being your MC tonight. You'll get to know me a little bit better as the night goes on, but for now, I have to give a disclaimer. This is my first time MCing, so you should all expect some bad jokes to start with, and jokes that get worse the more wine I have. Yeah, that's right. A little bit about how I know Minja and Andrew. So I have had the amazing pleasure to know both of them for 10 years now. Minja and I met, we all actually met at U of T. So while Minja hasn't always been in the same country or in the same continent as me, I've always trusted her implicitly, valued and loved her infinitely. And she's one of my closest friends, one of my best friends, and I'm incredibly happy to be here to be able to celebrate with her and Andrew. Speaking of the wonderful Andrew, Minja has found a perfect match in Andrew. He's in every way an amazing person and a perfect match for her. I'm so happy to be here to witness their wedding and for them to share their love with us. One of my first impressions of Andrew is his amazing taste in music. So as part of my emceeing gig tonight, I actually got to be his 4th Spotify follower. So I think you can say that we've now reached peak friendship goals. But all jokes aside, I have to say that I'm incredibly honored to have been a part of their journey that has brought us here today. I have seen them over the years that I've known them grow to be incredibly strong, incredibly genuine, incredibly amazing people that together have this beautiful and perfect love that I think I personally strive to have. So in writing this, I really struggled to find the right words to describe how in love with their love I am. So the conclusion that I came to was that there are really no words to describe it. Their love radiates, their happiness is contagious, and it's something that I felt in the last hours that I've been here. It's something that I felt in the last 10 years that I've known them. And it's something that I think we can all feel today for the rest of the evening. So with all that, I'm going to stop talking. You're not here to listen to me talk. On behalf of these two beautiful souls that are about to join us, I want to thank you all for being here to celebrate. And without any further blabbing, please join me in bringing out our own Bay and J, Mr. and Mrs. Pham. So that is what I'm going to expect now every time Mr. and Mrs. Fan walk in. Just so you know, my expectations have been set way, way, way high. And also, I now know what to do with my lettuce because it never goes in a salad anyway. So at least it'll be happiness and long life. Who knows the names of the bride and groom? Don't be shy. You can just yell it out. Okay, good. So it sounds like we might have some wedding crashers. There was a lot of silence. But this was an easy one. What we have is Newlywed trivia for you today. So the concept is pretty easy. At the head of each table, there should be a pad and pen. So I'll be asking questions throughout the night. As a table, try to agree on an answer to the question. I'll give about 30 seconds or so for each question. Write down the answer. And then the table that knows Minja and Andrew best will be getting a prize. But particularly important is they will be getting bragging rights for knowing Minja and Andrew best, which is what I really want. So table 3, pull your weight. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I am gonna start with the first few questions and kick it off. So, has everybody found the pad and paper? Yeah? Okay, I'm seeing some pads in the air, so I think that's good. All right, so the first question is, what is Minja and Andrew's dream honeymoon location? Yeah, that's a good guess. Don't yell it out, write it down. Don't let the other teams cheat by listening to you. I will say that we are looking for a country, so if you want to get any more specific than that, by all means, take your guess. Okay, So our second question is, oh, and this one's loaded. Who has less cavities, Andrew or Minja? So be careful with the answer you choose. Not that anyone is going to hold anything against any answers. Okay, so with that, we'll go to question number 3. Oh, and this just only gets tougher. So the number of days that Minja and Andrew have been dating up until today being the last day. Actually, I'm not sure, maybe like noon was the last day. We can do a half if you want. We'll say that. Oh, days, it is days. So take the years and do some math. I know. For those of, hopefully each table has at least one finance-leaning person. And this is for the closest number, so you don't have to be exact. All right, I will move on to number 4. So number 4 is the name of the movie that they saw on their first movie date. So this is hard. I will give you a first hint. The first hint is, it was a beautiful fall in 2008. I'm not sure if it was fall, don't take me on that. But it was 2008. So that concludes our first round. There are more questions coming. Before I move on and I stop talking and I see some hungry eyes, I think everybody's ready for dinner. I do want to say that I hope we all enjoyed tonight. It's a beautiful celebration of Minja and Andrew and this amazing new couple that we had the pleasure of witnessing get married today, which was a beautiful ceremony, by the way. I cried, other people cried, it wasn't just me. But with that said, I hope we all enjoy this night celebrating love and friendship. Cheers to everyone and cheers to the happy couple.
I just had a little bit too much of Hennessy. Just gonna tell you how I feel. Look. Hit it from the back and drive you wild. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Girl, I lose myself up in those eyes. I just had to let you know you're mine. Hands on your body, I don't wanna waste no time. Feels like forever, even if forever's tonight. Just lay with me, waste this night away with me. You're mine. I can look away, I just gotta say, I just had to let you know you're fine. Running circles around my mind. Even when it's rainy, all you ever do is shine. You on fire, you a star just like Mariah. Man, this feel incredible, I'll turn you to a bride. You're mine. Hands on your body, I don't wanna waste no time. Feels like forever, even if forever's tonight. Just lay with me, waste this night away with me. You're mine. I can look away, I just gotta say.
Okay, so we'll move on to question number 6. The number of bedrooms in their apartment right now. And before everybody goes off, they do live downtown, so let's keep that in mind. Okay, so we will move on to question number 7. And this one may cause some passionate discussions. The question is, what is their preferred wine, red or white? And do not be fooled. Actually, one has white, one has red right now, so that will just contribute to the confusion. But they do both like the same one, or prefer the same one, rather. Again, your choices are only 2. You have a 50-50 chance. Okay, this one shouldn't be that hard. I'm gonna move on to the next one. And this one I personally found a little hard. The question is, which 11th grade class did they meet in? Now, if anybody knows the day, time, please do put it down. But we are looking for the subject. So which class did they meet in? And as a hint, if anyone wasn't sure what to put on the question for how long they've known each other, you can take advantage of this. They were in 11th grade when they met. More specific, but sorry, maybe I shouldn't be saying that, but which science? Get deeper. They are both brilliant people. We are going to close off this round, and I will move on to a really important part of tonight. We are going to start with the speeches. So with that, I want to introduce the first speech of the night. Please give an incredibly warm welcome to the groom's parents, Hong and Frank. Woo!
Okay, Stephanie and I have the pleasure of hosting Andrew and Minja this evening. But first, we'd like to thank all those who traveled from afar to be here tonight. People from Serbia, California, and British Columbia. Yeah, we're deeply touched that you guys made the journey. Thank you. We're also happy to be celebrating this marriage with Sasha and Vladen. To help you with the trivia questions, parents of the bride and groom don't usually have 10 years to get to know each other, let alone have the good fortune to develop a warm friendship. So we're very lucky. Tonight, the friendship becomes family. We also like to give a shout out to Stephanie's mom. Ooh, where are you?
Yeah. She doesn't care.
Yeah. Andrew always had a deep relationship with his grandmother. And she was sort of our ace on the hole when he decided he wanted to have a sleeve tattoo. And it was only after we told him that Badanoy, did I say that right? Would have a heart attack if he did that. So Andrew, there are many things we could say about you tonight. At first glance, you appear to be sort of shy and unassuming. But underneath that soft-spoken exterior is a thoughtful, intelligent man with a keen sense of justice and a fierce sense of independence. I could also talk about how if we ask you to do something, you never say no, but then you go and do whatever you want anyways. Such was the case. We talked him into going to university for 4 years and getting a science degree. As soon as he graduated, he told us he was going to be a chef. We could talk about your adventurous spirit and how you follow your passions, wherever they may lead you, and how you set off with nothing but the knives under your arm to work in kitchens in New York, San Francisco, and Australia. One day, we got a call from CG, Andrew's friend, to come and pick him up because he was too drunk. And when his mom arrived to pick him up, it was, "I'm sorry, I love you, Mommy." It was, "Sorry, I love you, Mommy," all the way home. And then when Andrew got home, he was, "I love you, I love you, I love you," until he finally passed out. We were quite overjoyed to have a son who loved us so much until we found out he was saying that to everybody. So Andrew, you and Minja, clearly you're both your own people. But all great partnerships, the sum of you is greater than the individual parts. We feel confident that the future is yours. So I'll turn it over to Stephanie now.
Minja, you have been a part of our family for a decade now. It is easy to see why you stole Andrew's heart many years ago. You are beautiful, intelligent, and you know what you want out of life, and you're not afraid to go after it. Even if it means to move across the oceans to achieve what you want to become. You are compassionate and you care deeply for others. When you were a student, you volunteered at hospitals and nonprofit organizations. When you traveled to Cambodia, you donated your services to those who could not afford the dental care. You have my admirations. She was the only girl that Andrew ever brought home. Early on, when Frank and I knew that realized that the two of you would be together for the rest of your life. We were thrilled because you were meant to be life partner. You were in tune with one the other. You share the same value, and you widen each other's horizons. Andrew, the first time I laid my eyes on you, I was completely in love. You were the most beautiful and adorable little boys, and of course, I'm biased. And you quickly become a happy, curious little boy. Then you become a thoughtful, full of life, intelligent teenager. Before I could blink my eyes, you become an adventurous, self-determined, and kind-hearted young man. Today, you are starting your own family. I could not be prouder for the person you're becoming. It's always have been my privilege to have you at my boy child's and to be your mommy. As the futures unfold, the two of you will realize that when people are married, they don't just enter into a legal contract. They create something new, that thing called family. That creation needs to be nourished and nurtured. There is no such thing as a perfect marriage. We hope that you are always respecting and honor each other as individuals. Compromise, sacrifice, and plan your life together as a couple. Be honest, be faithful, be kind, and be patient to one another. Remember today and this moment, and remember why we are all here today. And so, as you embark on your new chapter of your life, we wish you much happiness and many, many interesting, wonderful adventures as husband and wife. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please raise your glass and join us in toasting Minja and Andrew. To Minja and Andrew.
Kind of building off of Hong and Frank's speech, I do want to give a shout out to Grandma Mai. Hi. And with that, we'll start our last round of trivia. So, question number 9 is, another numbers one, so let's see how we do with this one. How many countries has Minja lived in? Now take your time, it is not a small number. So our question number 10 is, what is the longest time that Minja and Andrew have spent apart? With all these countries Minja has lived in, but like they say, distance only makes the heart grow fonder. So our next question, question 11, is where was their first date? Our 12th question is what is their song? So what is Minja and Andrew's song? So I'm gonna give everyone a minute to sort of finalize their answers. If you're drawing, color your drawings. If you have sculptures, by all means, some people might have gone all out. Someone will be coming around to collect those boards eventually, and I will be announcing the table that knows Minja and Andrew the best, wins our bragging rights, and wins the prizes. Now with that, this is the wrap for trivia, so everybody finalize your answers. Now I am really, really happy to welcome the two people who, as Hong and Frank mentioned, should have no trouble answering any of these trivia questions. I would like you to join me in giving a warm welcome to Minja's parents, Sasa and Vladen.
Hello everyone, dear relatives and friends, dear Minja and Andrew. Thank you all for showing up today, all nicely dressed and dolled up, especially Andrew. We knew he will show up because he's a very reliable young man. We learned that when we met him for the first time, but I guess Minja wouldn't want us telling that story. Thank you to Andrew's family for raising such a fine young gentleman. Special thanks to those who had to come from thousands of miles away. We are so grateful to have you here with us for this very special occasion. Voljeli bismo da smo mogli da ugostimo još koga.
Posebno naše majke, danas mi mislimo na njih kao što i one misle danas na nas. Pa ćemo se Bož zdravlja vidjeti dogodine u Srbiji.
Finally, we would like to thank Minja and Andrew for putting together this very special day and to everyone who contributed in any way to making this day possible.
Now a few words about Mincenzo. Who is this Mincenzo? It's not a trivia question. That's one of many nicknames for our daughter Minja. Minja is an intelligent, hardworking, persistent, funny and beautiful young lady. Raising her wasn't a difficult task because she made it easy. Watching her grow up with her brother and sister, teaching her to walk, to talk, taking her to school, to the library, to karate, to modeling classes, cheering for Kudu and Michelangelo were some of the most enjoyable and memorable moments. Thank you, Minja, Tanya, and Vukashin for being such wonderful children. Today we are thrilled to welcome Andrew into our family. We are very happy that our daughter found such a smart, caring, patient, and remarkable person to spend the rest of her life with. Andrew, we already love you like one of our own. Please join us in raising our glasses to the newlywed couple, Minja and Andrew. Today, you are officially becoming your very own family. We wish you long life together in health, love, happiness, and success. Cheers. Živeli.
Help me in giving a warm welcome to Andrew's sister and brother-in-law, Vivian and Jordan Trinder. Oh, he's just running. Faster, faster. Perfect timing for that.
I'd like to say that the Barts are very good friends of ours, and it's too bad that they were busy tonight. Good evening. Jordan and I want to start by echoing our parents and warmly welcoming and thanking everyone for coming together to celebrate a joyous event for our families.
We have been blessed to have many occasions to celebrate, and even more so that we often celebrate together. As far as in-laws go, the Simonovic family has been especially warm and welcoming for me, and they've allowed me to rediscover my Serbian roots. So it's been quite the journey for me. So I'd just like to say a few words to our Serbian guests. Hvala na prejmu u vašu porodicu.
Minja, welcome to our family officially. We can't be happier to have you as our sister-in-law. You and Andrew are our only local siblings, and so we're thrilled that we get along with you so well. You share in many of our values, such as hard work, family, and of course, food. The most important part we like about you is that you make Andrew better, and we think you make him better. And as Jordan and I age, we're starting to think that this attribute is a defining quality of great partnerships. And so thank you for choosing Andrew and for supporting him to live his best life. As I mentioned, this is a joyous event for our family. As many people who know Andrew will attest to, there's just something about Andrew. When he was a child, I think that his head was just so big that it gave him this toppling toddler effect that adults like. And if little Andrew had a forte, it was that he really knew how to be cute. Whether it was excitedly quacking when he had a good poker hand, or carrying a photo of our mom around with him, Andrew really knew how to elicit an "aww." He didn't have much shame in terms of the lengths he would go to in order to establish himself as cutest kid. He even had a little doll named Lucy that he insisted he needed because I had a doll named Dot. He laid it on thick, and adults everywhere fell for it. I never really understood this fascination with this little human. And this fascination has continued into adulthood. He's unanimously considered the coolest cousin. And just Friday night, Sasha said to me, he counted in Serbian, and I was just so impressed. He's often greeted with adoration and smiles. Our mom refers to him as Gutvang, which is a literal translation for golden nugget. Everybody loves Andrew. And of course, that includes me. Andrew, you really are a golden nugget. You're a genuine person who is kind and generous. Many of my favorite memories include you, and I am so thankful to call you my brother.
Take a breath. Take a deep breath.
And I love you very much. And I think I finally sorted out why people like you so much. It's because you don't care about being liked. You really were just so happy that you were winning at poker, and you really missed Mom that much. You have a no-nonsense view of the world, and you weren't afraid of hard work or having a baby doll named Lucy.
So as the older siblings, we're obligated to provide some advice to the newlyweds. But as a couple, we've been a couple that have been married for nearly as long as you've been engaged. That's 4 years, by the way. So we have a few words of wisdom for you.
So you'll often hear young couples say, we're getting married this weekend, but we've been living together for a little bit now, and so we don't think much will change. Jordan and I feel differently. We challenge you to choose to make this new chapter of your relationship different. After all, you chose to be married rather than not. The concept of choice will follow you throughout your marriage. Sometimes it'll be big choices, like where to work and live, and more oftentimes it'll be subtle choices. Little things that you might not take much thought to, such as choosing to only half listen of how their day went. Great marriages are built on subtle decisions made in favor of each other. Remember to make the effort to choose each other. Choose to have a great marriage.
So together we'd like to invite everyone to raise their glass, and to Andrew and Minja, so that they always will pick each other, choose each other, and love each other.
For those of you who don't know, I'm Minja's brother, and I was lucky to have Minja as a role model growing up, along with our older sister Tanya, who's disappeared, and our parents. I'm very proud of Minja. Among other things, I'm proud of her bravery, especially in giving up the comfort of familiar surroundings to pursue opportunities in Australia and New York. I'm also proud of her work ethic. Minja is the hardest worker I know, and she brings that level of tenacity and commitment to everything she does. Her education, her career, and obviously to wedding planning. This really is a party worthy of the occasion. And Andrew, of course, shares those qualities, along with credit for this spectacular party. And on that note, I'm proud of Minja for choosing such an exemplary man with whom to share her life. And I can say that with complete confidence because we've known Andrew for a long time. It's been a decade. Andrew, I would welcome you to our family, but we all know that you've already been a part of it for a long time. You've been my brother for a long time, but it's nice to make it official, though. Now, I knew from the beginning that Minja and Andrew's relationship was something special. Minja and I spent the summer of 2008 in Serbia with our family. Incidentally, some of them are here today, and we couldn't be happier that they are here to be part of this wonderful occasion. Now, Minja and Andrew had been dating for a while before we left that summer, and that August, I came down with appendicitis. So off I went to surgery, and while I was recovering in the hospital, Minja gave me a call to see if I was doing okay, but she didn't come to visit. She couldn't make it because she was waiting to talk on the phone with Andrew. But that didn't bother me one bit, because I knew even then that she'd found her person. I had that feeling. Though, just as an aside, what did bother me was that Minja thought I was faking sick before I went to the hospital. Yeah, that wound cut deeper than the appendectomy. I mean, we were on vacation, come on. So anyway, okay, but you know, it's also especially galling because when Minja had appendicitis when we were kids in South Africa, everyone thought she was faking it too. So if anyone should have believed me, really, it really should have been you. The ultimate betrayal. But anyway, here we are 10 years later, and we've seen Minja and Andrew grow together in that time. They've earned educations, they've pursued careers, they've traveled the world, and they've loved and supported each other the whole way. I think I speak for everyone who has been there along the way when I say that it's been a privilege and a pleasure to share in moments such as this one with you guys. And here's to many more. So please raise your glasses, there we go. So please raise your glasses to Minja and Andrew. Živeli.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Dobrodošli. Much like those before me, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming this evening to celebrate Minja and Andrew on their wedding day. I also want to thank Minja and Andrew for being such wonderful hosts, and also for asking me to speak on this very special day of theirs. I really hope they won't regret it. For those who don't know me, I'm Tanya. I'm Minja and Vukashin's older and wiser sister. As the oldest, I feel like a bit of a third parent to the two of them. So I would just like to say that I could not be any more proud of either of them and everything that they have accomplished. They have grown into truly exceptional and wonderful people. And now, as much as I love you both, Vuk, I'm sorry, but today is about Minja, so. Minja and I go way back. I've known her entire life. Minja, the day that you were born was a special one for me because it's the day that I became a big sister, and it's also the day that I met my best friend. Growing up, I was quite the role model. Minja liked to copy everything I did. And at the time, being young and stupid, I used to find this quite annoying. Now that I'm older and wiser, I find it to be quite the compliment, knowing that your baby sister, your best friend, wants to be in every shape and form the same as you. So, if I haven't said it before, thank you for making me feel that special. Things are a bit different now that we are older. You've become more of a role model for me. Aside from the fashion advice. It really makes me so proud and lucky that I can look up to you, okay? She's an exceptional young woman. She's intelligent, witty, caring, genuine, and one of the bravest people I know. My respect for her grows each and every day. She can be a bit stubborn at times, but that's okay, it's just part of her charm. You truly are beautiful on the inside and out. You are an extraordinary human being. While Andrew and I don't go as far back as the two of us, we go back more than a decade as well, before the two of them were even an item. Andrew and I happen to be volunteer partners at the hospital. The three of us used to commute together to the Oakville Hospital, and then Andrew and I would head up to Force Center, I think it was, and we would do our thing. I think it's probably safe to say that feelings may have already been developing around that time. Something like a secret young love, if you will. But then again, that's just an assumption I'm making. Andrew is one of the calmest and patient people I've come to know, and this really compliments Minja. He's smart, funny, and just an overall wonderful human being. I see the way he looks at Minja and loves her and takes care of her, and it just puts me at ease to know that my baby sister is so well taken care of. Thank you, Andrew. You have felt like a second brother for a long time now, and I'm so proud of you. You are truly amazing. It's been really enjoyable to watch the two of you grow and see your love for each other mature. Just like a vintage bottle of wine, it just gets better with time. It makes me happy beyond words to have watched you exchange your vows today. You two really are meant to be. So please join me in raising your glasses once again and toasting Minja and Andrew. You finally did it. Wishing you both a lifetime of love, happiness, and unforgettable memories together. Love you both. Živeli.
I learned a lot of new things, so I will officially be calling Minja and Andrew Mincenzo and Golden Nugget. So I don't know how they feel about it, but it's happening. I also learned that I do not want to have appendicitis in the Simeonovich household, so I'm gonna hold that in as long as I can. Now, with that in mind, dinner is over, and I know we all have one thing on the mind, and that is cake. At least I know I do. So with all that said, please turn your attention to the sweetheart table. And we are going to do one of the sweetest traditions at weddings, which is the cutting of the cake. So I do invite Minja and Andrew to show us their sweet teeth. Maybe feed each other some cake, smash some cake in faces, I don't know. Just suggestions. For those of you that may not be able to see it, they did just cut the first piece. It was a beautiful, clean cut. And with that, I'm gonna go and take my seat because I cannot wait to have cake.
Hello. All right, before we start, two amendments. Lucy was a female action figure, not a doll. And there's something else. Not an amendment, but thank you everyone for bearing with the very warm temperature. Still a lovely night. Okay. So thank you all for being here today. It's been a long time coming. Our families were starting to think this day would never come. We know we've taken our time with the engagement and the wedding. We're just thorough, patient people. And now some of you are on us asking about this honeymoon. Like, listen, people, Rome wasn't built in a day. Be patient. Give us a minute or 2 to 4 years. Minja and I are so unbelievably lucky to be surrounded by such amazing, loving, and supportive friends and family. This day would not have been the same without you all here to share it with us.
We want to give a special thank you to our families for their contributions that really helped make this day possible and every bit what we had imagined. Nikki, for being an outstanding MC. Your positive energy and enthusiasm are what we love most about you, and you really have been amazing tonight. Ivana, you took a huge weight off our shoulders and allowed us to really be in the moment today. Your organization and execution of this day has been impeccable, and you are a lifesaver, literally. Tanya and our cousin Sophia for volunteering to slave away and bake over 300 cookies as part of the guest favors. Glad I didn't have to do that. And they're really good, like they're delicious. We want to thank family and friends that have traveled from far to be here. Uncle Zoran and his family, all the way from Serbia. Uncle Andrew and his family from California. Cousins Bach and Tovan, also from California. Joe and Lisa from BC. Peng coming in from BC as well. Woo, Peng! Ivan from New York. Literally as I just left, you moved there, but okay. And Anna and Skylar from Arizona. It means the world to us that you were willing to take the time to travel and be here today. And one more shout out to our amazing photographers, Brandon, Scott, and Jess. You guys saved me an Uber ride here, so thanks. All right, here we go. Hong and Frank. From the start, you have both welcomed me into your home and into your family. You're always so generous and supportive. Andrew and I are lucky to have you in our lives. Hong, you're one of the hardest working and most independent women I know. You gave me my first office job, and watching you in your career gave me the utmost respect for you. You inspire me and make me proud to be a woman. You've played many roles in my life: Andrew's mom, friend, girl boss, and soon mother-in-law, as of today. I hope we continue building on the relationship we've cultivated over these years. You've accomplished a lot in your life, but most importantly, you raised this amazing man, and I'm ever so grateful for that. And let's not forget, you also raised a smart, independent young woman, Vivian. You chirped me a lot in the early years, but I know you have a soft spot for me now. You and Jordan are making this marriage thing look easy. You both love, support, and respect each other. We love you and your love. In short, I love you all. And although today we officially become family, I've been lucky enough to feel like a part of yours for some time now. Speaking of family, mine is closer than most, and we had to be because 24 years ago, my parents made the ultimate sacrifice for their kids and left their families, friends, and the comforts of home and settled in a foreign country determined to give us the best opportunities in life. Look, Ma, we made it. But in all seriousness, getting here wasn't easy. But Mom and Dad, you never made us stress. You always made sure we had what we needed. You made your own home and filled it with love and laughter. You brought people together, and those friends became family. Your commitment to each other, 30 years of marriage, everyone, is inspirational. But not only have you been able to stay married that long, you've managed to stay discernibly in love that long. Andrew and I can only hope that the love we have for each other continues to thrive and strengthen us in the same way. Baby brother, you've grown into such a fine and caring young man. We didn't always get along growing up, but I can honestly say our relationship has never been more loving and easygoing, coincidentally, since I moved out. Like laughing at me. I really appreciate our witty banter and that I can be my candid self around you. Even though I'm older than you, I look up to you and put a lot of trust in your opinions on most things, especially politics, movie, TV show recommendations, and ways of avoiding jail. Come on, the punchline. I'm sweating. Big sister, you've always carried so much responsibility from such an early age, like being in charge of the literal panic button when we were home alone. Your command of respect and responsibility has multiplied over the years and extended from family to your professional career. I'm so lucky and proud to call you my sister and one of my best friends. I know I give you a hard time sometimes, a lot of times, but I hope you know that I always have your best interests at heart. You are the most dependable person that Andrew and I know. You're always genuinely willing to help out, even if the task is not a fun one, like baking all those cookies. We know we can always rely on you, but I hope you know that you can also rely on us. Side note, if you need a ride anywhere, you're gonna have to ask my husband. In summary, I love you all so much, and I love how you all love, respect, and support Andrew in the same way you love, respect, and support me. Andrew, 10 years ago, you wrote me a letter prefaced, filled with cliches, but no regrets. Any regrets?
No.
Good. That letter sparked the love that has gathered us all here today, and I am so thankful that you had the courage to write it. We were kids in love, and over the years, that love has changed and matured as we have grown up together. It's not perfect, but it is uniquely ours. It's something we created together and put work into every day. You are everything anyone could want in a partner. Smart, funny, caring, driven, patient, kind, and nurturing, among other things. Seriously, guys, I could go on and on. I'm so lucky I get to spend my life with you by my side. I'm very proud of all the things you've accomplished in life, and I know there is more to come. I have no doubt that you will continue to be successful in pursuing your dreams because your work ethic and determination inspire me every day. You've always supported me over the years. Like when I moved to Australia to pursue a career in dentistry, you never asked me not to go. You never asked me to put your needs over my own, and you never stopped loving me no matter the distance or time spent apart. You're always so patient with me and know exactly what to do and say to calm me down in stressful situations, like planning this day. I am beyond thankful for everything you do for me and for us. This day is no exception. It's perfect, and I owe it all to you, my husband. Andrew, you have my heart. It lives in your heart. Apologize for that cliche, everyone. No regrets. Anyways, I think you've all heard enough from me. I'm going to pass the mic over.
I want to start by saying thank you to my newest family members. Thank you, Sasha, Vladin, Tanya, and Vukashin, for showing me so much love and kindness throughout the years. I've never felt as welcome in anyone's home as I do in yours. You are a model family and an inspiration to us all. It means so much to me to finally be able to call you my parents and my siblings, even though I felt like your son and your brother for years now. I'm so grateful that our families have always been so close with each other. And today is not only a celebration of the love between Minja and I, but the love of our families for one another. Tanya and Vukashin, as your new brother, I promise to pick up where you've left off, keeping Minja in check. We all know her sassiness knows no bounds. Wish me luck. Sasha and Vladin, as your new son, I can only hope to live up to the expectations you have for me, for loving your daughter. And of course, I promise to always help out in the kitchen. I do want to thank you all for my wife, for raising her loving her, and making her exactly as she is. I will care for her as you all have for the past 28 years. No need for that receipt anymore. Next, I'd like to thank my parents, Hong and Frank. My parents have always been there for me, and they've always made me feel supported. Frank, you taught me so much as a kid. You still teach me things to this day. You and my mother joined families effortlessly, and in doing so, you gave me two of my best friends growing up, my brother and sister, Joe and Lise. And guys, even though you live across the country, whenever we reunite, I always feel like a kid getting ready to go out and catch frogs like we used to. So Frank, I want to thank you for a childhood, my childhood, one I never would have gotten to experience without you. I am forever grateful, and I will always love you for that. And my mom. Most of you here know my mother, Hong. It's difficult not to. She's a woman who commands respect. She is the strongest person I've ever known. A trait overlooked because of her generosity and her humbleness. My mom never made me feel like I needed for anything in life. Mom, I know how much you spoiled us growing up. I know how much you spoil me to this day. You've sacrificed so much for Vivian and I. I'm thankful for who you are and everything you've done for our family. I love you, and you should know you are my real-life hero. There's no one I look up to more than you. And when the time comes, I can only hope to be at least half the parent you are. Now, Vivian. Vivian is my sister and is my very first friend in life. I guess it's true what they say, you don't get to choose your best friends. When we were kids, I always looked up to you. You're my greatest influence, and I always wanted to be like you. You got straight A's, had the closest friends, and were in every club possible. I don't think anyone is surprised by how much you've been able to accomplish in such a short amount of time. Among all these accolades, perhaps my most favorite of achievements was marrying Jordan.
Hey, Jordan.
Good choice. Jordan, thank you for loving my sister and being the man she deserves. You complement each other perfectly. You are forever my brother, and I love you both dearly. Vivian has advised and guided almost all my major life decisions. So when she expressed her love for Minja, it truly meant the world to me. So Vivian, thank you for your wisdom and your friendship. I'm so proud of you, and I still find myself wanting to be exactly like my big sister. All right, to my wife. You look especially breathtaking tonight. You grow more beautiful with each passing year. I want you to know how proud I am of us for getting to this moment. Thank you for all the work you've put into us and into this day. And beyond today, I hope you know how proud of you I am. Your drive and dedication have given my family everything they've ever wanted. A doctor in the family. Vivian and I sincerely thank you. But seriously, I know how hard you worked and how much you've sacrificed to become who you are. And that only drives me deeper in love with you. You're just getting started, and you have the world to conquer. You inspire me to be the best man I can be, and now the best husband. I'm still amazed you exist, that you aren't something I dreamed. Thank you for being unapologetically you, and thank you for loving me unequivocally. Know that I will earn this place in your heart every day. A boy once wrote you a letter filled with cliches but no regrets. 10 years later, it doesn't surprise me that this boy still feels the same way about you. Can you get us something? Honestly, I'm too lucky to have found you, let alone be the one who gets to share their life with you. You're my everything, and I love you. I'd like to propose a toast to friends, family, to being exactly where you are, and to falling in love every day. Thank you.
Babe, don't make a sound. 2 a.m. love, gotta keep it down. Don't wait around for a signal now. Give me some verb, I ain't talking now. You wanna ride in the 6, you wanna dine in the 6. But when I lean for the kiss, you said I'll probably send you some pics. And I'm like, hell nah, been waiting too long. Hell nah, I want that cruel love. Hell nah, been waiting too long. Hell nah, I want that cruel love. Body on my, losing all my innocence. Yeah, body on my, finding all my innocence. Yeah, body on my, losing all my innocence. Yeah, body on my, finding all my innocence. Yeah, body on my, losing all my innocence. Yeah, body on my, finding all my innocence. Yeah, body on my, losing all my innocence. Yeah, body on my, finding all my innocence. Yeah, on my, on my, on my, on my innocence. Yeah, on my, on my, on my, on my innocence. Yeah, on my, on my, on my, on my innocence. Yeah, on my, on my, on my, on my innocence. Babe, just hit the pedal. If things go wrong, it's just incidental. My bad, never got the memo that you never have fun while you're in the limo. Yeah, you wanna ride in 6, you wanna dine in the 6. But when I lean for the kiss, you said I'll probably send you some pics. And I'm like, hell nah, been waiting too long. Hell nah, I want that cruel love. Hell nah, been waiting too long. Hell nah, I want that cruel love. Body on my, losing all my innocence. Yeah, body on my, finding all my innocence. Yeah, body